Next on 7, the Dallas police shooting prompts a community activist to speak out about racial tension and police violence. Plus, the flu vaccine during pregnancy and how long it will actually keep your baby safe. 7 Action News is seconds away.
Turkey Hill remembers when you were your own engine. You quenched your thirst with a legendary drink recipe called Haymakers. Today, Turkey Hill has Haymakers teas, punches, and ciders crafted with simple ingredients. Haymakers from Turkey Hill.
I look at my role as sort of your guide through the morning hours and guiding you through the day. We have great technology, but at the end of the day, our job is to boil it down and give you a forecast that you understand and that you can use. People plan their day based on what I say, and I take that trust very seriously.
This is breaking news from the 7 Action Newsroom.
Begin with breaking news tonight. Police are on the hunt for this man, 41-year-old Pablo Medina. He told he gunned down 2 women in southwest Detroit this morning. Police say he ambushed a car, first shooting and killing the 27-year-old driver, then chasing down his soon-to-be ex-wife and shooting her point blank. The 3rd person in the car was not hurt. Now, this all happened at the corner of Callahan and Mullane this morning. Police say Medina took off in a blue and silver Chevy Camaro. If you see him, call police right away. He is considered armed and dangerous.
I'm afraid that it will continue to happen until we change the minds and hearts of the people.
The Dallas police shooting has a leading Detroit community activist speaking up about racial tensions and police violence. We spoke with a one-time member of the new Black Panther movement in a story you'll see only on 7. 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette live in Southfield tonight with his powerful message. Simon.
Dave, tonight we're examining the difference between activism and extremism as it relates to the Dallas shooting. After killing 5 police officers and wounding 7 others, sniper Micah Johnson's background now under the microscope. New questions about his background include his possible connection to militant groups that he showed support for on social media.
I'm afraid that it will continue to happen until we change the minds and hearts of the people. Love can help eliminate police terrorism.
Minister Malik Shabazz has spent his life as both a community activist in Detroit and a supporter of Detroit police. He says while the killer may have supported groups like the new Black Panther Party, the party which he also once belonged to still preaches hope and peace.
As the perceived blackest cat in town, I have long predicted that this is what's going to happen. It is dangerous to have people who have no hope. We're going to fight you with love. We're going to fight you with intelligence. We're not going to get a gun and go shoot anybody.
Shabazz shares in the outrage of numerous fatal shootings of African-American men and views this latest attack on police as a tipping point, a radical and inevitable response given a lack of action by our country's leaders.
I have said for a long time that if transformative change does not take place in our nation, that what we saw in Dallas would happen. You cannot stop hatred with hatred.
Shabazz is also crediting the Detroit police chief with building strong ties within the community right here. Live in Southfield, Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News. Back to you.
Simon, thank you. More fear and anxiety in Dallas tonight. This after another possible threat has police on edge and on high alert. And just 2 days after 5 officers were shot dead by a sniper. Emotions are raw, but as ABC's Marcy Gonzalez explains, even still there are glimpses of healing.
Broken hearts and already frayed nerves met by new fears for Dallas police. A threat and a man reportedly spotted inside the parking garage attached to police headquarters, sparking a huge response. The SWAT team deployed, canines searching the garage, but never finding the man or anything suspicious. The department still on heightened alert.
People are laying their lives on the line for people that they don't even know.
Officers on edge after 5 of their brave colleagues were gunned down by a lone sniper late Thursday. Micah Johnson killed at the scene, telling authorities he was angry about the recent shooting deaths of black men by police and had set out specifically to murder white officers.
Demented individual who carried out those attacks in Dallas, he's no more representative of African Americans than the shooter in Charleston was representative of white Americans.
President Obama speaking at the NATO summit in Warsaw, addressing the ambush in Dallas and those police-involved shootings in Louisiana and Minnesota, which this weekend are inspiring more protests.
No justice, no peace, no races, no peace.
Across the country.
Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
While here in Texas, quiet gestures of unity and gratitude. And so many are still showing that appreciation and respect out here tonight for police, including the 7 who were injured in the ambush. We learned today at least 2 of them are now home from the hospital. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Dallas.
A little girl from Detroit is helping to start the healing after the week of tragic violence here in America. Instead of celebrating her birthday, eating cake and opening presents like most 9-year-olds, Samira Walker is giving back to the community. She made 70 bag lunches to hand out to Detroit police officers to show her support for the city's cops.
When I saw what was happening on TV about the police in Texas, it reminded me of the police here, and I wanted to take care of them, and I wanted to bring them lunches because I wanted them to know that I respect them and that I want them to know that all lives matter.
Good for her. Samira passing out bag lunches. That was her birthday wish come true, she said, because she likes making people happy. And she brought a lot of smiles today, no doubt about that. Cooler temperatures brought some smiles to folks around here as well after the damaging storms last night. Pretty quiet start to the weekend overall, Hallie.
You're right about that. It was a rough one yesterday. Started with the very heavy rain, flooding rain, and then that round of severe weather yesterday evening. All is quiet. We had some cloud cover around, a few light rain showers, a few sprinkles, and we're seeing the remaining of that at the tail end of it. Most areas, though, pretty clear right now. Just north of Monroe, a brief shower, and then a few sprinkles south of Flushing and north of Howell, but everyone else, again, looking dry. 70 degrees downtown, also in Ann Arbor, 66 degrees in Pontiac. Our temperatures dropping into the 60s for a comfortable overnight. Our dew points dropping as well, which means the air will be very dry. We'll start with sunshine, 74 degrees by 10 o'clock. It will be a warmer day overall tomorrow, and then bigger heat on the way in your 7-day forecast.
All right, Hallie, thanks. The Metro Detroit community took time to remember the victims of the recent wave of violence in the Middle East and here in the U.S. A crowd gathered at the Islamic Center of America to pray for and honor the tragic loss of so many innocent lives during the holy month of Ramadan.
I've seen nothing but devastation after the smoke clears. I've seen nothing but blood on the canvas of humanity smeared. I've seen life vanish as quickly as it appeared.
That we are all in this fight against terrorism together. Next tonight, President Obama cutting his trip overseas short to be with the people of Dallas, how he's still showing his support from abroad in the meantime. Plus, we'll show you how Detroiters standing for peace after a violent week in our nation.